Hey guys, it's Martelle. Just wanted to give you an update on the show. This week's show is a shortened episode we did live from Pumpkin Show. Randy and I did a live show sitting outside of his house trying to get people to come and do interviews with us. But we had some technical difficulties. I bumped my Arctic tumbler. It fell over and turned off the power strip, which paused the show, and subsequently we lost what we thought was the first 30 minutes of the show. We decided to start over in the middle of an interview that we were doing with some college kids, and then we lost that hour, and I was able to recover the first 30 minutes that we thought we lost, which is what you are going to hear today. So enjoy the show. God, all right. Are you ready?
I'm ready as
I think I'm ready. I can't believe I just spiked my sunglasses. All right. Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I am Martelle, and with me always is Randy. What up, Randy?
Yo, 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 what up?
Oh, you know, we are at Pumpkin Festival.
Yes, Pumpkin Show.
Pumpkin Show. Chumpkin Circleville Bumfuck, Ohio.
Blumpkin Show?
Blumpkin Show. You know, look that up on Urban Dictionary. Look up what a blumpkin is.
Ooh, I need to watch what I say.
Why?
Well, because I tell Mom to turn it off, and she can walk out of the door any minute and hear what I say. Mom, Dad,
hey Sharon,
my brother, Aunt, they're all in our house right now.
That's awesome.
So
I think you should ramp it up.
Man, but wait, what a wonderful time of year. We are having a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's cold.
I'm out in the sun. And
I'm sitting in the shadows.
Yeah,
what the hell's wrong with this scenario?
You set this up way wrong. The
no
sun
shit.
just came out after we set up for the first time today.
Fuck.
And Martell's set up in the shade of the house. But, in like 3 or 4 hours, the sun will be on that side of the house.
Yeah, hopefully the Lead Slingers will, the Lead Slinger whiskey will warm me up.
Talk about this stuff.
So, Lead Slinger whiskey is veteran-owned company. You can't get it in Ohio, so don't look. Go down to Kentucky, go to Indiana, go to someplace else other than Ohio to get this.
So everywhere around us sells it.
Pretty much.
Road trip.
I go down to Kentucky at least once every other month.
Yeah, it's only a couple hours. That's not bad.
Yeah, hour and a half.
Oh, that's it? Yeah, let's go.
Get down to Newport.
Let's record
Absolutely.
from Newport.
Yeah, go down there, get some Lead Slingers.
So what makes Lead Slingers so unique?
It's what I started with.
This is like the first one you tried.
This is what got me started on bourbon.
Really? Not any of the stuff you can get here easy?
No.
Not a Jim Beam or a...
What? No, Jim Beam's disgusting.
Okay,
I'm not
first
a Jim
off,
Beam
slow
fan.
your roll.
Nope. Jack Daniels is horrible.
Nope. Moving on.
Jack Daniels is bad.
Oh, man.
That's
we just lost
garbage.
2 of our 17 followers.
Crown isn't even whiskey. Canada.
I've never had Crown.
Fuck Canada.
No.
I mean...
No, thank you.
That's... There. I mean, Canada sucks.
America's hat.
They're just our little brother. They just, hey guys, oh, you're going to war. Can we join you too? Oh, don't close up on, no, don't do that. Don't close the borders on us too. Okay. Anyway,
Moving on.
and moving on. I hate Canada. Pretty much nothing good ever came out of Canada. It's too cold up there. But no, Lead Slingers is pretty much the bourbon I started with, like when I actually sat down and started drinking bourbon.
Right on.
So that's what got me started in it.
It's good, smooth flavor.
It is. It's very nice. It's very, very nice. So I brought
here
some
we are.
and enjoying it.
Out front of my place at Pumpkin Show.
Yeah, we're outside, by the way. It's cold. We're outside.
Martelle has wanted to move to Florida for years, and it is... it's like 50, 55, but there's a nice steady breeze. All the flags around us are flapping, and
it's not a steady breeze. It is windy.
I mean, it's. See, I'm out here in shorts and a t-shirt, feeling good, and it's because I'm fat and I've eaten so much this week.
You're an oven.
Well, that's true. Wait, why am I an oven? Because how much food I put inside myself.
Hey, you said it. You're fat.
You just have oven-like qualities.
Your body has...
I'm a block.
Your body has additional properties that it can expend to keep your body warm.
Oh, fat.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
that's what I said. Nicely. Scientifically.
So instead of calling people fat, you call them an oven or some other kitchen appliance.
You're like a blender.
Blender. You're more like a whisk.
Kinda. I just beat things up.
So I had an idea to record live outside from Pumpkin Show so we can kind of comment on what we're seeing and all this.
And I will apologize for any background wind.
Yeah, if there's background wind, that's our bad.
But we
decided to record live outside for everybody listening. You won't hear this till it goes live Wednesday, but we are down here right now. Last day of Pumpkin Show, beautiful weather. I don't care what Martelle says. He's wrong.
say the sun being out is beautiful. If it would just stop being windy, I probably wouldn't bitch about it so much. My hands are a little cold.
You would still find something to whine about.
Well, I'm going to find something here in a minute.
Your dainty hands. Well, speaking of whining about, so I had this idea to have him come here, and he said, I will not pay to park. That's a good win. It is son of a bitch. Okay, it's
all
windy.
My stuff's blown away. All right.
So he said, I am not paying to park, and I was like, oh, okay, LOL. You know, you can park pretty close to where I live. I live in Pumpkin Show to where you have to have a pass.
Yeah, pretty
so
close. Was like 2 miles away.
Yeah, he called and told me where he was. He's a couple miles away. I had to get in my car, fight all the people in traffic, go down and load up all the gear and drive him back. And I'm going to have to take him back at the end of this.
Yeah.
So I might just make him walk.
Let me give you the story on getting down here. So driving to Circleville is not bad for my house. It's only 15 miles.
Yeah.
It's not terrible. So
some
the
back
drive down
roads.
here is nice. I'm in the Audi, just carving through the curves.
A real Audi, too, an S8.
Yeah, no, S5.
S5, sorry.
So carving through the curves, not have to worry about traffic getting down here. It's nice. I'm running 60 to 80 through some of them. It's beautiful. I get into Circleville, and I go to make a left on High Street, and I thought I found a parking spot right in front of a fire hydrant. But the curbs... You guys have curbs in this city.
Sometimes.
Except they're all falling apart and crumbling.
Right.
Well, I noticed this curb was painted yellow, thank God, because the car wouldn't be there when I got back.
Which would be a problem.
It would have only been a 5-minute walk, and I could have done it with all the gear. It would have been easy. But the car wouldn't be there wouldn't have been there when I got back, and whoever the towing company was probably would have destroyed the Quattro system in the car and everything else, and it just would have been bad for business, and I would have been pissed off. So I drove around. Everybody that lives around here is doing parking. Like people are parking in yards, they're parking in like the backs of their houses, they're parking in driveways, any place they can stick a car.
Yeah, the back of their houses, which they typically call a yard.
Well, they're backyards. Well, some people don't have backyards, I noticed as I was driving down driveways, down the alleys. They just have garages with driveways, like where you can just line up cars.
There's no land.
So the back of their houses. There. So as I'm driving through, some people are trying to flag me down. I'm seeing places like where it's, oh, hey, here's a place for $5 for parking. Here's $10 for parking. Here's $15 for parking. These places are filling up. I had some dickhead step
How you doing?
out in front of me.
We should be down there, but we don't have a long enough extension cord. Sorry, folks. We're recording live. I saw somebody from our church walk by. So I'm from here. I go to church here. I may be interrupted a lot. But
that's
anyway,
right.
So you're driving.
Yeah, so driving down one of the alleys. This dickhead steps out in front of me with a $15 parking sign. And he starts waving me into his spot.
Well, yeah.
Well,
I get
it.
$15.
Oh, I get that. But he won't move.
Hit him. That's why you should have drove the FJ.
No. Window goes down. Hey, now I'm not interested in parking. No. You park here. Not interested in parking. No, you're going to park here. Move.
Where was it on High Street?
It wasn't on High Street. It was in one of the alleys.
Oh, in the alley. Okay.
It was one of the alleys.
Because I know somebody that has a spot on High Street.
So
charge him $15 to park.
No. This is in one of the alleys, like further on down in Methville. So he's like, no, you park here. So I'm just like, no, move. He fucker's still. So I just start pulling forward, and he's not moving. I'm just like, God damn it. So I stopped, and I just tried to go around him, and he steps in front of me again. I try to go around him the other way. He steps in front of me again. There's no place to go in these alleys. Like, these are old school alleys. Like, Circleville is an old town.
The one alley that I get to drive in is wide enough for 3 vehicles. Everything else is like a half a car wide.
That's a new alley, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All the old ones are like
that we turned down
horse and buggy wide.
Yeah. So I just was like, I'm just kind of like, fuck it. I stepped on the brake and kind of brake locked the car, stepped on the gas, and just kind of and just popped what essentially would be the dual clutch system, and lurched forward, and he moved. He may have been high. Fuck if I know. But
there's a very, very good chance of that.
People were just like, and that's the first time it happened. It happened twice.
Yeah.
Except the second guy moved. When I said, nope, not interested, move. I had a guy stick a sign out in front of me on a 10-foot pole in the middle of the street. Like I was
like going to a Catholic church with the long offering basket.
Oh, no, it was like the long offering basket, or when you, if you ever watch IndyCar. You have the signs where you pull into the pit, and they have the sign where you have to stop at.
Instead of you paying them to do their job, you're paying $15 to park on some grass.
Except they only wanted $10.
Oh, you
so I was
park
like,
there.
holy shit, these guys are insane. Passed another sign as I was driving on a chair, just in the road, kind of out past where everybody was parking on the side of the road. It said parking, $8, and then it was scratched out.
Discount last day.
Yeah, last day.
What was the discount?
$8.
So they rewrote $8. They were like, we should charge less. But wait a second.
Screw it. $8. So it was an $8 discount for $8 parking.
Which that's really smart, because if everybody around you is $10 or $5, or 10 or 15, I mean, $8 is still getting you a good amount of change.
$8.
What's a discount?
Well, anywhere you park down here, no matter what people are charging, they're getting a discount. They're not getting a discount. You're making bank.
Yeah.
If you're charging $5 for
they
parking,
make thousands of dollars.
They're making money
the whole week.
Yeah.
These people
although
right
I did see
outliers.
parking further outside of town for 25 cents.
You're kidding me.
No, I almost parked there.
That's
I was
funny.
like, shit, a quarter? I got this.
Got that in my ashtray.
That would have been the only place I would have parked, because it was 25 cents.
And you still did it out of principle.
And I still didn't do it
So you
because I was
so far away,
I'm not parking.
Get my car out of
you would have had to drive farther.
Oh, that's farther away?
It's further away.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Were you across the tracks and around Island Road?
I don't know.
You don't know where you're at.
I don't know where I'm at. I just know that I'm at Pumpkin Festival.
Pumpkin Festival. Circleville Pumpkin Festival.
Came down here from Carroll.
Well, we're so happy that you made the voyage. Got to come to my humble abode.
Yeah.
And for once, I will not have to drive all the way to your place.
Right.
So that's kind of nice.
That's nice.
Although I don't mind driving to your place, because I take all back roads. I don't I cross over. I take 188 for a little bit, but then I take all back roads, and I cross the major highways. I guess they're not really highways.
It was 188 to Amanda Northern.
Yeah, you can do that. I don't take that way. I take some of the back roads. It's the same amount of time, but it's all country driving, which I love. It's like windows down, music going.
That's what this was.
Nice and easy. No, 188's, I don't know. I don't like people. I don't like the way they drive.
I didn't see anybody.
So
I was behind one Honda Civic that was doing 80 miles an hour too.
Oh, nice. I'm surprised they got it that fast.
Well,
I about saw one of the new
The
Civic.
wind was behind us.
Had a little push.
So we were doing good.
Well, I'm glad you made it. Glad you're finally here.
So,
and what's this church say? F the, I can't see because there's little boys in the way. F the Westboro Baptist Church. Hey, I agree with you.
Sweet.
I like that shirt.
Sweet.
Westboro Baptist is not a church at all in any way, shape, or form.
So,
they're a cult.
And then also in getting here, people just don't pay attention to what they're doing.
No, well,
that's just
excited
in general,
to get down here and meet their friends.
Holy hell!
It's like when you go to an OSU game or a concert.
I don't do any of that stuff because I don't want to deal with people.
No, because you're an old curmudgeon,
right?
I didn't say it's a bad thing. I'm just pointing out the fact.
Right?
Yeah, you're a cranky. You are a cranky old man. Just realized I looked away from my mic.
Cranky young man.
You're not that young.
I mean, maybe.
You just got a Jefferson's reference. My mom said that I didn't.
Oh, I think it was a Jefferson's.
35.
I'm guessing. I'm only 3 years older than you.
So old.
Jesus.
Aren't you 40?
No, I'm 38.
So old. That's pretty round up. You're 40.
I mean, I tell people I'm almost 40 because I'm closer to 40 than 35.
Did you hear, speaking of retirement age, did you
Nick
hear?
Bosa retired from OSU?
He didn't. Yeah, he
literally
done.
retired.
He withdrew from OSU.
Yeah, he retired.
Which, here's my thing on that. And again, we're not a college football podcast per se, but I
just wanted to bring it up because you're an OSU fan, and that's about the only thing I know.
If I was in his situation or my kid was, I back his decision because he seriously, they don't even know if he'll come back. If he does, he risks re-injury, and that hurts his future.
If he's that good, he can go to the NFL.
Withdrawing, he's still top 5 draft pick in the NFL.
So let him go.
So, yeah, you got to. It's a smart decision for him. I hate it. I wish he would have withdrawn from OSU. I wish he would have talked with the coaches, said, hey, I don't want to play. I feel like they would have respected that because he was a captain. That's the only reason. You know, a lot of guys look up to him. He was a voice on that defense. He was a leader. But a lot of his teammates tweeted, hey, we get you, dude. Do what you got to do. Take care, you know. We love you. Thanks for all the time we played together and all this. So
that's what they said in public.
And what are they going to do? Fight Nick Bosa? Have you seen his dad? His dad can beat up their dads. That
it's
dude
like Laurinaitis.
Yeah, exactly.
Laurinaitis was the animal. His dad was the animal from WWE.
Right. As most people know, Bosa's brother is in the NFL.
Right.
Their dad played in the NFL too. I didn't know that originally. I mean, I learned that a while ago. But they showed him at one of the games this year before the injury, and he was straight jacked. So he can beat up you and your dad at the same time.
Well, it's going to be kind of hard for them to beat up my dad, but
don't make this an insensitive joke. I didn't mean it that way.
It's not insensitive.
I
don't look at it that way.
Spice waffle or something. And
gross.
There's so much. The good news is right by. I hear singing.
I hear singing too, but don't let that stop you.
Oh, it's pretty good though. I kind of like it. Right by our house is the steak sirloin tips, just the tips booth.
And the shit is $12 though. That's what you told me.
Yeah, but it's real sirloin.
I don't care.
How much do you pay for a steak when you go out?
About $12.
Oh, so it's the same price.
My fair food needs to be cheaper.
Fair food's never cheaper.
It needs to be cheaper.
Steak is steak.
A Cattleman burger is $6.
How much do you pay for a hamburger outside of the fair?
Probably like $8 to $15.
Oh, you get a fancier Wendy's than I do.
I don't go to Wendy's.
No, but I'm going to get into it. I've eaten so much.
How many different topics do you think we can jump through in the next 5 minutes?
5 minutes?
I don't know.
I mean, we've already skipped like
3. I completely sidetracked you on the retirement thing with the Nick Bosa, and then we just jumped to Cattleman's, to Wendy's,
all right, so let's get back on track. Talking about retirement age, Martelle's old. Did you hear that nobody hit the lottery again?
Oh, no. Yes, just found out.
Because I kind of told you.
You kind of told me.
It is now at $1.6 billion and climbing as more people buy more and more tickets. It is, I believe, the highest lotto ever in the state of Ohio or whatever.
It doesn't climb as people buy tickets. It climbs from the sales the week. The sales previous.
It's still climbing. They said by the time they draw again, it should be over $2 billion.
No.
The last one did. Because they originally said it was going to be like 800 million or something, and by the time they drew, it was like 1.2. I don't know. I don't know how the lottery works.
I'm buying tickets.
Here's the thing. I want to buy tickets.
You don't know how?
No, I've bought tickets before. You go and say, I want tickets. And they said what kind? I said the real expensive one, the high one, the 1.6 billion.
It's Mega Millions.
Right. Or I either say Super Lotto or Mega Millions.
It's $2 a ticket.
Right. It used to be 1. I didn't find out it's 2 until this last big drawing where somebody hit.
Right.
And now it's even higher than that.
Right.
And I will go buy tickets, but doesn't it make more sense to wait till somebody hits the big one and it goes back to this 12 million starting point and play that?
No.
Because there are less people playing, so your odds are higher.
Well, there's less people playing, but it doesn't matter because your odds are still relatively the same.
So they're crap either way.
Right.
They're just a little more crappy when billions of people are playing for billions of dollars.
Right.
Goodness.
Because people like you and I who only play the lotto, which I refer to as the redneck retirement fund, we only play when it hits these astronomical numbers.
It's silly.
And people start doing and never join an office pool.
No.
I
didn't know this. Why is that?
Because then you got to share that money with other assholes.
Dude, it's billion. If the cash payout's $1 billion, I got to share with 3 people.
Okay, so if you had won the lotto in Ohio for that Mega Millions, you were the sole winner for that $900 and some million.
Yeah. Just say $1 billion for $1 billion.
No. The 900 million.
Okay.
Just the 900 whatever million. You would have only received on a lump sum $300 and some million.
Oh no, I couldn't live on that. Only $300 million.
That's not the point. You would have paid $600 million, 2/3 of that money in taxes.
Right.
You're not gonna.
Oh, you want to be on? We got a mic. We had a shout out from somebody who may or may not be inebriated, carried his kid, saying that's a podcast. We got a mic. Come be on. Yeah, they're walking. So you're saying don't join in. Say 3 people. Say me, you.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying so at the $12 million point,
right?
You're going to pay out 2/3,
right,
of that.
So it's $4 million.
You're going to walk away with $4 million. Not that you can't live the rest of your life on $4 million, but $4 million.
Especially since my life's only like 3 or 4 more years.
Right, because you're fat.
Yeah. I'm still going to eat more.
Right.
So,
That's a lot of steak tips over there at the.
Well, I haven't had the steak tips. That's too healthy. So 4 million divided amongst how many people would you say? Let's just make an easy number. Say 10.
No, most of them say 15 to 20.
Well, 10's easier to do the numbers on.
Do 10 then.
So 4 million divided among 10 people is like at least $7, right?
Close.
So let's say 10 people all split it and get their $7. If I only put $1 in and I walk away with any share of any prize, it's a lot more than my $1.
I get that.
And I get what you're saying. It's better to win 4 million, 900 million, whatever. But if I'm only spending $1 or $5 and I win 1 million, 2 million, I'm not complaining. And if it increases my odds to have a larger amount of numbers, you're just a greedy, grumpy old curmudgeon. You want everything for yourself.
I just don't want to get in office pools. Because then you got to deal with the shit that the person who did the office pool, and
I get the drama side of it. There's definitely more risk.
There's more risk to it.
Plus, you have to have people that like you in your office to.
Yeah,
they probably get in and don't even tell you.
Right.
You're the kid that sits alone at the lunch table.
No, I eat lunch at my desk.
Exactly. you don't even go to the cafeteria.
I don't eat. The cafeteria at my building is disgusting.
What are those people wearing on their heads right in front of us?
Well, I don't know.
It's like a koala bear ears head thing. Are they furries? Are they going to start doing risque things out in the middle of the street?
They're vaping, it looks like, and it's disgusting.
There's been so many
that, or they're eating something gross.
There's a lot of people down here smoking and vaping. And somebody blew a bunch of smoke out last night when we were walking. I was like, man, I'm about to smell all this cigarette smoke. But it smelled like strawberries. It was strawberries, I think, or watermelon. And I was like, oh, that's kind of pleasant.
That's gross.
It smelled like an air freshener.
That's gross.
Somebody vaped their vape breath into my direction. Smelled like an air freshener.
That's so gross.
Whoa, this dude's got face paint on. It looks like he's in Kiss.
No.
He's got a flannel jacket and a gray toboggan, long hair.
He's one of those ICP
killers.
douchebags.
No, that's not a juggalo.
Yeah, he's got to be.
Like, here's my thing. Okay, I think you would agree I'm an extremely low maintenance guy.
No, you're super high maintenance with that Ford truck.
I wake up and I'm the kind of guy that's like, I wore those shorts yesterday, but do they smell? Because if not, I can wear them again. And I'll throw on a plain Carhartt t-shirt.
I haven't washed my jeans in 2 weeks.
Well, that's because you can't get them off. Lose weight, fatty. And I throw on a hat or whatever, and I walk out. I can't imagine taking time to get up every morning and do face paint makeup as a dude. Even guy liner, when that was a thing, like in the early 2000s, when Good Charlotte and everybody was out on the teams were doing guy liner, I was like, that takes so much more time. The reason I have a beard is because I don't want to take time shaving, right?
Well, that's why I do it in the wintertime.
How you doing? You want to be on a podcast?
You gotta eat this, bro.
You can eat that. You can eat, talk, drink some bourbon with us, whatever.
Drink some bourbon.
He said, drink some bourbon. I'm in. Step up the mic there. What's your name?
Corey.
Corey, where are you from?
From Columbus.
What part of Columbus?
Downtown, German Village.
Oh,
yeah. You drove all the way down here for Pumpkin Festival?
We did. My family's from here.
Nice. Yeah, I'm from here. He's actually from some podunk town, and he hates people.
Really?
And I made him come here to record live.
Hell yeah.
What are you guys recording for?
We were recording here. Here's a little flyer. It's a podcast that's just basically a bunch of BSing and drinking bourbon and having fun and trying to make people laugh.
That's cool.
So check it out.
I hate laughing. So
You
hate laughing?
No.
Step up the mic. I want to know your name because that was hilarious.
My name is Ricky.
Ricky.
Where are you from? You from Columbus too?
Yeah.
You guys go to OSU or how'd you meet?
He goes to OSU.
You go to OSU?
I do.
Do you like the football? Step up the mic. You got to be on the mic.
On the mic, bro.
I do. I go to OSU and I love the football.
Oh, sweet. They're playing Purdue tonight. What do you think?
I think we got him. I'm a little scared, not gonna lie. I think we got him now.
Yeah, one of our buddies does a college football podcast. He's a huge OSU fan. He calls this our trap game. This is our Iowa from last year.
It is scary for sure.
Yeah. So you guys just coming down, hanging out, eating food?
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
That's awesome, man. You guys have to. Are you getting ready to leave?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, you missed it.
Casino.
To the casino.
Yeah.
Dude, these guys are. We should be with them.
I know, right?
He's like, load up. Get be done with this.
Take all this down, go to the casino.
Grab the bourbon. Let's go.
Damn.
Yeah, we just had some. It's called Lead Slingers bourbon, actually, but you can't get it in Ohio. So if you guys ever go to Indiana or Kentucky, grab some.
What would you rate it out of 10?
Martelle?
I give it an 8.
Okay.
8 out of 10. What's your name again?
I'm Nathan.
Yeah. Nathan's asking what we're giving the Lead Slingers out of 10. Martelle says 8.
I give it an 8.
I'd say a solid 8.
Okay.
That's good stuff.
I mean, if you don't mind drinking out of my cup, we'll let you try some.
Well, that mixed well with this pumpkin ice cream nonsense that we're
it's
eating.
good bourbon. I'm giving away your bourbon.
Hey, I don't care.
Pour him some.
Oh, God.
Let him have a little drink, then he can give us a test.
Give it a shot. Sure.
Behind you. It's so it's And you're going to make me pour this shit.
Yeah, I'm making you pour it. It's yours.
All
shit.
I've had is lemonade
21,
today.
right?
I am a lemonade. Yes.
Okay.
22.
We were actually shopping for more
22.
lemonade.
Yeah. I'm a
Hey,
big
we're
lemonade
contributing.
guy.
We're probably contributing to minors, and they're just telling us that they're old
No,
enough.
we
It's
asked.
fine.
We did due diligence on our private property.
We
All
asked.
right, let's give it a shot.
Doing a shot of lead slingers here. It's high quality. This ain't cheap stuff. Into the mic. What do you think?
Initial thought.
Give
Hurry
it a
up.
number.
Number out of 10.
Hurry up.
What's a 7 out of 10?
7 out of 10.
Yeah, no,
That's
it's
not
good.
bad.
It's good.
What's
good stuff.
your preferred drink?
Oh.
I don't care about your preferred drink. What's your preferred bourbon?
He's strictly
no,
a
not a
bourbon,
bourbon
bourbon
drinker.
guy.
Not a big bourbon drinker, no.
What do you drink?
Damn.
If I go to the bar, my go-to is a Long Island.
Long Island?
Yeah.
All right, I can
I
get
used
down
to
with
drink Long
Islands.
Islands when I was 22.
Yeah, well, I'm
When you get
22.
older, you'll end up at bourbon. I guarantee
I'm
it.
sure I
I
will.
feel like it's bourbon and cigars. You moved to that level.
Yeah.
I'm not
So
at that level.
Well, he's got to grow the beard first.
they're talking. Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to.
I can't grow a beard.
Come with the
You
bourbon,
can't-
or is it vice versa?
It's kind of one of those things. It helps.
It helps.
It's a bourbon. I was asked if the bourbon helps grow a beard. It does help. The bourbon. I actually smoke a tobacco pipe instead of a cigar. I don't know why. I'm actually not very hipsterish, but it's just something I stumbled
dress
into.
like it.
I do. I look like a hipster. I'm wearing a toboggan, so I'm pretty much just like all the other guys. I saw a guy walking around here with the douchiest sunglasses last night with his girlfriend wearing some douchey sunglasses at night at Pumpkin Show. And I just looked at him and said, he really likes how he looks. He thinks he is way cooler than he is. But no, I actually, when I first started drinking, my first drink ever, I was 15 and went to a party on campus. And of course, being 15 around all these hot college girls, I want to drink what they're drinking. So I started on Smirnoff Ice. So that was my Smirnoff Ice and Marlboro Lights were my go-tos when I was hanging around OSU's campus. But yeah, no, the beard just came because we weren't allowed in my high school at the time to have facial hair at all.
Really?
And then and then I got into a bunch of white collar jobs where I had to keep everything trimmed real short, kind of like, a little facial hair is okay, kind of like yours. And then I got into a job where they said, no, we don't care if you grow facial hair. So I just stopped shaving because it's way easier. So the bourbon does help. It goes with the whole persona. If you drink more bourbon, I can't guarantee it'll grow you a beard, but you will look more sophisticated than drinking a Long Island iced tea.
Okay.
Very true.
Okay.
But I'm not dogging you because I still like Long Island iced teas.
Yeah.
I like girl drinks. Everybody always used to make fun of me, but I'm bigger than most people. So
There's nothing wrong with a Long Island.
Yeah.
no, Long Island's a good drink.
I do a Long Island. I usually
Long
do.
Island-
I usually do Manhattans or old fashions.
But I was gonna say next time you go to the bar, order an old fashioned.
Okay.
It's made with whiskey or bourbon, which I don't know how much you know, but
There's a
bourbon,
difference. I'm not
bourbon
going
and
to get
whiskeys
into
are
it.
a difference, but they're basically cousins.
Okay.
Probably because they're from Kentucky.
Bourbons or
But-
whiskeys.
Cool.
Bourbons or whiskey.
Yeah, bourbon is a whiskey. It's just there's more rules to be able to be called a bourbon. But an old fashioned is a mixed bourbon drink. If you like Long Island's, I'll bet you like an old fashioned. It's
Okay.
a very good bourbon drink.
I
First
appreciate
one
the
I had
recommendation.
was,
Talking to the mic.
hey guys, it's Ricky.
We should just have these guys on all the time.
Yeah.
I love these guys. What's up,
The
Ricky?
best one I had down at the Ritz-Carlton in Naples. They take, I don't know what kind of bourbon it was, but it's like a rye, I think, and it was like strained multiple times, like triple strained or something. They put, normally do an ice ball. Well, the ball was frozen. It was it's orange juice that's triple strained, and they made a ball of orange juice that was ice. And
Gotcha.
you put it in the bourbon, and it slowly melts, and that was the best one I've had.
Oh, nice.
It
I've
was
never heard of that.
A nice bourbon, and it's like an
Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad. Love you.
Orange ice ball inside of it.
So frozen
really
like
good.
orange juice,
Yeah.
basically.
I
But
may
it
have
was
to try
like-
that.
Yeah, you're gonna because he's got
Legit.
those molds.
I've got the molds for ice
See ya.
balls.
It was like triple strained,
Fam's
like
leaving.
squeezed oranges, not like orange juice,
Right,
but
like
squeezed
real
orange
fresh
juice.
squeezed orange.
Yeah, and then they strain it like 3 times,
And then they freeze it.
They freeze it into the ball, and they put it in the bourbon, and then you put some Luxardo cherries in there too.
Yeah, I may have to try that.
That sounds real good.
They there's another down in that way. They started smoking,
Yes.
and I'm gonna get into that as well.
Yes.
So
the smoked drinks are crazy.
Yes.
Too. They put
There's
in
a
little
smoked
box,
whiskey
and they
fudge
pump
here at
it with
Pumpkin Show.
smoke.
yeah.
Yeah, speaking of smoking stuff, there's a smoked whiskey
Oh, no.
fudge.
Well, they actually
It's awesome.
smoke the glass.
Oh, okay.
So they
I
take
saw
like
that on
cherry
that,
chips or
bar
like
rescue.
they take wood chips and they
yeah.
smoke
They
the
put it
inside of the
upside
glass.
down.
Smoke the
over it.
yeah.
Right.
They put it in a little box, and then they fill it with smoke.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
You can taste like the
You're not going to get that at a bar here, I guarantee it.
Nope. You will get.
You go into Toodles or into Shifty's and you get a Miller Lite. That's what you get at Pumpkin Show.
You might get that at my house next week though when we record.
Hey, Do it. If you guys want to drive all the way down to Carroll, come record with us. I'm just inviting people to your house and everything as you lick the outside of your glass.
I know.
You
Hey,
savage.
I'm not wasting any of that.
I don't blame you. It's
Not
really
wasting
good
any
stuff.
of it.
So what do you think? It burns little, right? If you're not a bourbon guy, it's got a little burn to it.
Hair on your chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hair
Yeah.
on my chin, hopefully.
Yeah.
What are your other tips for growing a beard? Because I can't grow a beard.
Honestly, I stopped shaving, and everybody tells me I can't grow a beard. I just tell them just stop, and they say I do, and it gets all patchy or whatever. Just stop. Don't give up.
Yeah,
Kind of like I did when I lost
patchy.
160 pounds once, and then I just gave up, and I got fat again.
Yeah, you did.
It's like when you get to that patchy point, and then you shave it off because you think it looks bad. You got to get past that, because I have just enough white trash DNA in me that I actually have 2 bald spots here.
Oh.
So if I shave down and let it grow, there's little patches here for a minute.
Okay.
You just got to get past it.
That's my main concern is the patches. Yeah, I just
here.
get patches.
Yeah,
It
my
doesn't
brother
even...
just walked through here. The other big fat dude that looked like me, his is real patchy, Joe Dirt style. Like it's bad. Yeah, he's like Fat Joe Dirt.
They made so much fun of him in high school because of his patches in his beard. He has a dog named Patches.
True story.
That's awesome. Don't let them make fun of you. You're a good looking guy.